Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play action now. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bowman. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch. The Jets and Browns, 2 cellar dwellers from a year ago, and they did meet in that season, Week 5 in Cleveland. Myles Garrett, it was his NFL debut. He got 2 sacks, but it was former Brown Josh McCown throwing 2 second-half touchdown passes to lead the Jets to the victory.
And every time I hear about the Jets and Browns playing, you know what I think about? The first ever Monday Night Football game, the Jets at the Browns, Cleveland won, I believe it was 1970.
It was indeed. I just happen to have the note here. I don't know this off the top of my head, but September 21st, 1970. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They go to Johnson again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Taylor will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that'll set him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Get set. Fire down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Slow.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Room here to run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys on the
Taylor hit. He lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hurry up, hurry up. Five down.
Second down, Bridgewater. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Five down.
Now a handoff to Ingram. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Taylor. He spins free. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On third down, Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, gotta go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Five down.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago. Then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans. They don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here's Bridgewater. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Curse. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Taylor on first down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. That one goes for 24 yards. First and 10, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are back within a score. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start by running the... Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. David Njoku was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Taylor. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
first down. They'll run with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Slow. Z.
To throw on second down. Taylor. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go with Chubb on second down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Taylor.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Give. This is Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They run it again with Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Trumaine Johnson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Taylor on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Njoku. Taylor able to find his big tight end, Njoku, for the Cleveland 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Taylor to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now they
return to the ground game. Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Slow.
Taylor now off the bootleg. This will be caught at about the 6. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Here we go, gotta go.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away